on August 26, 2023, the motor vehicle loaded with 200 kilograms of suspected shabu was reportedly abandoned at a parking lot of a supermarket in Barangay Mabiga, Mabalacat City, Pampanga. Mr. Chair, pwede po bang malaman sa NBI Manila, do you agree that your operations was burned out, nasunog, that resulted to the abandonment of said vehicle loaded with 200 kilograms of shabu?
No, sir. Did on the report, but we just acted on that information provided by the security officers of the mall.
Good morning, distinguished colleagues, vice chairs, and members of the Committee on Dangerous Drugs, distinguished guests and resource persons in today's hearing of the committee. Before anything else, on behalf of all the members of the House Committee on Dangerous Drugs, I would like to extend my heartfelt felicitations to our law enforcement agencies, the PIDEA, the NBI, the PIDEG, and the Bureau of Customs for a very, very fruitful campaign against illegal drugs under the administration of President BBM. All your hard work, diligence, and perseverance are bearing positive accomplishments. May you continue your dedication to duty, and may none of you be tempted to sell this country and our youth to this evil. From July 1, 2022, the very first day in office of our president, until today, we have a total drug haul of almost 4.4 tons of shabu and 3 tons of dried marijuana leaves, aside from other drugs that have also been seized. Kasama na po dito yung sunod-sunod na nahuling malalaking halaga ng shabu, kailan lamang. Yung 200 kilos sa Mabalacat, Pampanga noong Agosto 25, yung 560 kilos sa Subic Port na dinala sa Mexico, Pampanga nitong nakaraang September 24, at itong pinakabagong apprehension, yung 323 kilos nung Miyerkules, October 4 sa MICP sa Maynila. Sa loob lamang ng 5 linggo, naka 1.3 tons na po ang nahuhuli. Isa't kalahating taon pa lamang sa administrasyon ng ating President BBM. The street value of the shabu is over 30 billion pesos. This amount can most definitely finance the elections and victory of drug lords in our political arena. Kahit po kampanya pang Pangulo, kayang pondohan ng war chest po na yan. Mabuti na nga lamang at marami pa ring matitinong kawani itong ating mga law enforcers or units na nagbabantay ng ating kapayapaan. Bagamat meron pa ring mangilan-ngilan na naliligaw ng landas, wag lang tayo magpabaya upang sila ay magtagumpay. Kaya po magtulungan tayo. We will adopt a whole of the nation approach on this problem. Lahat po tayo stakeholders. So lahat po tayo magtulungan kasama ang ating mga LGUs. Hindi lang po puro inquiry kami dito sa Kongreso. We also take note of the accomplishments and show appreciation and gratitude to our loyal and honest law enforcers. We even recommend commendations, awards, and promotions for a job well done para hindi po masayang ang inyong pagod at sakripisyo para sa ating bayan. We will help our agencies kung ano ang kailangan pa nila. Basta pangako nyo lamang po sa amin that you will remain steadfast in the performance of your mandate. Patunayan po ninyo na hindi nagkamali ang ating presidente sa pagpili sa inyo bilang mga pangunahing personalidad sa paglaban sa iligal na droga. For today, our main focus is to find out what else is needed to plug the remaining loopholes. This is a motu proprio hearing for transparency and accountability. We want to find out the circumstances surrounding the 3 very recent apprehensions as embodied in House Resolution 1346, authored by Senior Deputy Speaker Gonzales, and House Resolution 1351, authored by Representative Jeff Conghun. And we will thresh out the whys and how our country continues to be the favorite destination of illegal drugs, and who are the big personalities or even bigger entities behind these shipments that flood us with these contrabands with fictitious and non-existent consignees. We know that some of these may be deliberate and are not as simple as what they appear to be. We know history. We can distinguish reality from fiction. Let us all be diligent as we join hands in getting to the bottom of this mess. Magandang umaga po at welcome po sa House of Representatives.
Thank you, Chairperson Ace Barbers. Of course, sa ating dating Pangulo, may kabalit, Deputy Speaker Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, my dear colleagues, maraming salamat at kahit break po tayo, nagbigay po kayo ng panahon to tackle this very important issue. To the members of this committee, to the local government officials from the province of Pampanga, my dear colleagues from the government service, guests, ladies and gentlemen, pleasant mayapayabakdan po kayo. I filed this House Resolution number 1346 to find answers on how the 530 and 200 kilograms of shabu, the biggest drug haul of the Marcos administration, were smuggled in the province of Pampanga. Nakakalungkot po at nakakaalarma na ang dating tahimik ng bayan ng Mexico at siyudad ng Mabalacat ay nabahiran ng ganitong klaseng kontrobersya. For the information of the body, my dear colleagues, the municipality of Mexico, which is under my jurisdiction, is a booming economy in Central Luzon. It is recognized as the next major economic corridor due to its strategic location. The good people of Mexico work hard to achieve where they are now, and I will not let these incidents hinder future investment and other economic opportunities. We will get down the bottom of this problem, and all people involved will have their day in court. For a better understanding of what we have in our hands today, allow me to walk you through a timeline of events so we can have a discerning discussion of the facts and issues involved afterwards. Kamukha po nung nasabi ni Chairman Ace Barbers, on December 29, 2021, the operatives of PNP Special Operations Units, the NCR, conducted a buy-bust operation in Lagundi, Mexico, Pampanga, which resulted to the confiscation of more than 17 kilograms of wild crystalline substance suspected to be shabu with an estimated street value of 115.6 million pesos. Number two, Mr. Chairman, on September 14, 2022, more than 400 million shabu concealed in the Chinese tea bags were seized in the buy-bust operation in Lakeshore, Mexico, Pampanga. Number three, on August 26, 2023, the NBI Manila Task Force Against Illegal Drugs and PNP Mabalacat City discovered 200 kilograms of suspected shabu, the value of 1.3 billion in an abandoned vehicle at a parking lot in Mabalacat City, Pampanga. The alleged shabu were placed in a tea-bag packages. Number four, on September 24, 2023, about 3.6 billion worth of shabu was seized in a warehouse in Barangay San Jose Malino. Kapit barangay ko lang po to, Mr. Chairman. San Jose Malino, nasa Anao, Mexico, Pampanga po ako. Kaya ako po, ganyan ako kagad nag-file ng resolution to investigate in aid of legislation. Diyan po ako lumaki, diyan po ako nag-aral at naalarma po ako kasi ang San Jose Malino ay kapitbahay, kasiping bali, kapitbahay, kapitbarangay ko po ang San Jose Malino. So, my dear Chairman, my dear colleagues, the 530 kilograms were placed in mixed red tea bags. On October 4, 2023, intelligence and investigation agents of the Bureau of Customs intercepted of around 2.2 billion or 323 kilos of shabu at the Manila International Container Port. The illegal drugs hidden in milled jerky, where you have said were alleged to imported from the country of Mexico. Galing po to sa Mexico at dinala po sa Manila. At yung galing sa China, sa Thailand, dinala rin po sa Mexico. Sa Mexico, Pampanga naman po yun. Yung pong Mexico, tabi ng Los Angeles, di ba? So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the antecedent facts that bring us that we are now, and this is no longer an isolated incident. There are countless of questions begging for answers, and today, we shall listen to the testimonies of law enforcement agencies, the LGU, the government officials, and other personalities who might be able to shed light into circumstances on how the tons of shabu entered the province of Pampanga, specifically in the municipality of Mexico and the city of Mabalacat. Other ancillary and accessory permits of the warehouse where the illegal drugs were found? Who are the owners of these properties? And why did they ensure that their place is not being used to conduct illegal activity? We will dig deeper and uncover the mystery behind this smuggling, because I believe that there are personalities who are knowingly facilitated this shipment. Secondly, Mr. Chairman, we want to hear the latest development from our enforcement agencies such as NBI, BOC, PIDEA, with respect to the investigation on whether they have recommended the filing of appropriate cases before the proper forum. And I hopefully they could provide us with update and give us preliminary results. Maparaan at talagang wala ng takot ang mga smugglers na sumisira sa ating bansa. Buti na lang at magaling ang ating intelligence gathering ng ating mga law enforcement agencies katulad ng NBI, PIDEA, PNP, the BOC, and MICA. Sunod-sunod ang mga nahuhuling kontrabando sa ating mga ports as evidence to the facts I provided earlier. Their alertness and vigilance is keeping our country safe from contrabands and illegal drugs. They have raised a bar in this campaign against illegal drugs by aggressively and simultaneously conducting operations to shut down and dismantle networks involved in this criminal activity. Kung kaya naman, I will be filing, of course, I prepared a resolution commending the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, the National Bureau of Investigation, the Philippine National Police, the Bureau of Customs and National Intelligence Coordinating Agency for their intensified, relentless, and successful campaign against illegal drugs, which led to the seizure of the almost 33 billion pesos worth of narcotics since the start of this administration, the Marcos administration. But if we really want to end the drug menace in our country, local government units must seamlessly work together with the national government. The local government unit must coordinate and make report or recommendation to our law enforcement agencies to initiate action. We would have prevented the smuggling of illegal drugs if we have intercepted the transactions of the grassroots level. I am aware of the pending bills of the amendments of the Republic Act number 9165, authored by our chairman, the Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, and I can assure you the leadership of the House of the Representatives, our Speaker Ferdinand Gomez Romualdez, is committed in supporting the passage of this important piece of legislation. And although the administration aims for a more refined approach to the problem of illegal drugs, it doesn't mean that this campaign will be taking backseat. Tuloy-tuloy lalo ang ating pinanggigiting at laban kontra droga under the Marcos administration. The President remains steadfast and uncompromising in solving the drug menace. Again, Chairman, my dear colleagues, and to our resource persons, thank you very much to this meeting, and I hope we can enlighten to get the bottom of this problem. Maya pahabak, nakalasalamat po kayo ngayon.
Following our tradition in the House, where we give the floor first to crack the first question sa member ng minority. Congressman Bosita, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Sa ating lahat, good morning po. Mr. Chair, meron lang po akong ilang observations dito po sa issue na ating iniimbestigahan ngayon in aid of legislation. First observation, Mr. Chair, we notice that recovery and discovery of large volume of illegal drugs usually happens in Region 3. Even the 990 kilograms of shabu that was investigated here in Congress and Senate allegedly came from this region. Just like the 3.6 billion and 1.3 billion worth of shabu that was seized and discovered recently in Mexico and Mabalacat, Pampanga, respectively. Mr. Chair, tanong lamang po sa PIDEA. PIDEA, sir, do you agree in my observation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Bakit po kaya?
Maybe a factor to consider, Your Honor, is that Region 3 is very near National Capital Region. It has seaports, airports, expressways, and so the mode of travel. At the same time, the mode of bringing in these illicit drugs is suited to the situation in Region 3, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Hindi po ba natin naisip na base po dito sa recent investigations and operations ng concerned agencies, parang itong Subic Bay Pre-Fort Zone ang nagagamit para sa pagpasok ng mga illegal drugs? Kasi po, ang dami po ninyong nabanggit, Mr. Chair, ang daming nabanggit ng PIDEA. Do you agree, PIDEA, sir, na base po dito sa mga result ng inyong operations, pwede ba natin sabihin na itong mga illegal drugs na pumapasok sa ating bansa ay dito talaga dumadaan? Kung hindi lahat, most of these illegal drugs dito po pumapasok sa Subic Bay Pre-Fort Zone?
No, Your Honor, because there are also possibilities that there is a high incidence of drugs are being shipped into, like for example in Region 7, Cagayan de Oro also. So it's I think I do not have enough data to support that all or most of the illegal drugs are being shipped to Subic Port, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, yung po bang nabanggit sa Region 7 and Cagayan de Oro, malaki po ba yung volume ng shabu?
If we base on history, sir, even during the past administration, there has been large shipments of illegal drugs seized in Region 7, sir.
Mr. Chair, more or less ilang kilograms po?
I do not have the figures with me right now, Your Honor, but I can provide the committee this data.
Kasi po, Mr. Chair, mahalaga po na malaman natin ang volume kasi syempre po, as operatives, as agency concerned anti-illegal drugs, importante po na mas priority natin yung volume. Anyway, Mr. Chair, my second observation is based on House Resolution number 1346 introduced by Honorable Representative Aurelio Dong Gonzales and Honorable Representative Robert Ace Barbers, and House Resolution number 1351 introduced by Honorable Representative Jefferson J. Conghon, the recent seized and discovered illegal drugs were delivered through Subic Bay Pre-Fort Zone on September 18, 2020 on board of SITC Shoko shipping lines. PIDEA, Mr. Chair, considering that the said contraband were delivered on board SITC Shoko, have you identified the suspects involved in the said shipment?
Your Honor, may I ask that the National Bureau of Investigation, being the project initiator, be asked on this question, Your Honor?
Mr. Chair, may we ask NBI kung may na-identify po silang suspects, particularly yung mga personnel or management from SITC Sheko?
Mr. Chair, good morning, Your Honor. In as much as we would like to answer it now, maybe we will be requesting an executive session later on for these questions to be answered since the case is undergoing investigation. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you, NBI. Mr. Chair, thank you. Third observation, Mr. Chair. On the operations conducted by NBI Manila Task Force against illegal drugs and the PNP Mabalacat City, Pampanga on August 26, 2023, the motor vehicle loaded with 200 kilograms of suspected shabu was reportedly abandoned at a parking lot of a supermarket in Barangay Mabiga, Mabalacat City, Pampanga. Mr. Chair, pwede po bang malaman sa NBI Manila? Do you agree that your operations was burned out, nasunog, that resulted to the abandonment of said vehicle loaded with 200 kilograms of shabu?
No, sir.
So kung hindi po, ano po ang dahilan at na-abandon yung sasakyan? Dalawa lang po yan eh. Siguro primarily, intentional, inabandon eh. Alam naman natin na kung tayo ang possessor ng drugs, eh malaking halaga yun eh. Naturalmente, iingatan natin. So kung hindi po agree ang NBI Manila, ano po ang nakikita nating dahilan at inabandon yung sasakyan na may malaking volume of shabu? Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, the vehicle was abandoned 6 days already when the NBI was called to inspect the vehicle.
Again, Mr. Chair, wala po kayong idea or lead bakit inabandon yung sasakyan samantalang malaki pong halaga ng shabu ang nandun? Wala po ba tayong idea, Mr. Chair?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, according to the informant, no, the driver felt that he was being followed by law enforcement agency. So he decided to park the vehicle in the mall and he just abandoned it, no? Just ran away.
Mr. Chair, considering na inabandon yung subject vehicle, paano po ninyo nalaman na mayroong abandoned vehicle doon sa supermarket na yon loaded with more or less 200 kilograms of shabu?
Mr. Chairman, it was called to us by the security guards of the mall